You can't, especially with the NBA. I saw two different experts, I guess, assessing what the Brooklyn Nets did. One had laughing stock. Another one said, I'm going to give them an A. An A for their draft picks. They drafted 4 guards, and they drafted a big man out of Michigan, Danny Wolf. I have no idea. There's been so many times where I've said, I had no idea that guy was going to be that good. You can go Kawhi, Greek Freak, even Shea Gilgeous. These are recent. I have no idea. Now, Joker, I didn't know anything about. Nobody did. If they did, they wouldn't have drafted in the second round. And they wouldn't have drafted him where they go to commercial break to a Taco Bell commercial. They would be like, oh, so Denver, they got a steal here. Like, it never happened. And trying to handicap an 18-year-old, try to do that with your own kids who might be 18 or 19 years of age. You can't do it. I have no idea how good Dylan Harper's going to be. Ace Bailey, VJ Edgecombe. I have no idea. Now, I could see things. I could see signs or glimpses where you go, oh, I like that. I'd like to see, there's a few things, but what do you do in big games? How does your shot look? What do people say about your work ethic? Like, those are just basic things that I would want to know. I got to know if I got somebody who wants to be great, who wants to work at being great, who understands what it takes to be great. Team player. Do you play defense and offense? How does that shot look? Are you a good free throw shooter? Like, these are just simple things that I would look at with every one of those players. And then you would have red flags that would pop up with certain aspects of their games. But if they're 18 or 19 or 20, nobody's a finished product. And I don't know if anybody can say, Cooper Flagg is supposed to be great. Dylan Harper is supposed to be good. Ace Bailey, potentially. I don't even know if he wants to play for Utah. That's not a good start. And then you'll get guys who are drafted in the second round where you go, how did they slip by? It's trying to assess talent. Trying to assess that guy is going to become that. Might take 3 years, 4 years. But we do want immediate results. And it's not fair to an 18 or 19-year-old because most of them haven't received great coaching. AAU is not great coaching. Now, there are some, but you get to college and Tom Izzo has you for 6 months. Okay. Calipari, how much can you really change somebody with an AAU culture going into college? But giving out grades, I read them. I like to see what people say. I just don't put any value at all, any stock. Because if somebody comes back and says, why did you like the Nets draft? Well, I figure if you take 4 guards, maybe you get 2 that are pretty good. Maybe they're building blocks. Maybe you use them to trade for something. I don't know. Danny Wolf, I watched him at Yale. I watched him at Michigan. He's a good passer. Okay. So now you got 5 guys who can pass the ball for the Nets. Okay, there are worse things to have. Yeah, Paulie.
And also the development. Tyrese Maxey was I think he was the 20th pick of the draft, not a high-end pick, not a low pick. His first year, he started 8 games and averaged 8 points. Last year, he averaged 27. But it took 3 years, 4 years to get there.
And I remember seeing him, and I even said to Marvin, I said, he'll be the best player on the team one day. They'll build around Tyrese Maxey. But it's only because you're watching them play, and then you see the graduation. Like, they went from this to this. It's like Anthony Davis. I said, he's unbelievably skilled. And nobody thought that he could be, it's like Patrick Ewing came in, and people didn't realize he could shoot a jumper. Anthony Davis had a handle, and because he had a growth spurt. So he learned how to handle the ball because he was smaller. And I said, that guy will be the best player in the draft. Now, sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't. Luka, I only saw highlights of him in the European League, and I should have factored in a little bit more of how old they were and how old he was, and he was the MVP. And playing in those leagues, in those conditions, in those environments, There's no NBA environment, no arena that comes close to some of those places that he played in. Yes, Marv.
And you saw the first round of the draft where they were just nothing but freshmen being drafted. In the second round, you saw super seniors getting in there.
Yeah.
In the first round, it's basically, hey, we have the potential to see this. With the super seniors that were picked in the second round, we've already seen your best work. Or why were you in school for 4 years? If you were that good, you wouldn't have been in school for 4, maybe 5 years.